team. Service is our motto. The poor, the rich, the middle class and all are given the best of care and attention at all times. You have the privilege to select what you want. In your time of need, contact the capable, the competent, and the dependable staff of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home who is genuinely concerned with your care. At Jwwilliams Funeral Home, you are aptly served by the proprietor president, Deacon Arthur L. Parker, who continues the traditions and values set forth by the past president, Dr. Napoleon Williams. Your announcements for the Jwwilliams Funeral Home Sunday morning program are Deacon Arthur L. Parker, Reverend Isaac H. Owens, Mrs. Calandra Wilkerson Parker, Minister Frankie Harmon, Miss Sandra Johnson, and Deacon Earl Clark, Jr.
Thank you, and good morning, friends. We come to you this morning to bring announcements, dedications, and songs. We certainly hope that your day may be brighter after listening to our program. The family of Mr. Russell Dawson of Cordele, Georgia. The family of Mrs. Joe Ann Jackson Kerr of Cordele, Georgia. The family of Mr. Freddie Lee Lewis of Miami, Florida, and Cordele, Georgia. Would like to thank their many friends for the food, the flowers, the condolences, and all other expressions of sympathy and kindness shown to them during their hours of sorrow and bereavement during the past week. Mr. Russell Dawson Sr., age 56, of 162 Pearl Street, Cordele, Georgia, died Wednesday, June 11th, at the Chris Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Russell Dawson, age 56, was held Saturday, June 21st, in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. Dr. Frankie Harmon, pastor of the new St. Stephen's Church, officiated. The burial followed at the Sunnyside Cemetery in Cordele, Georgia. Survivors include his loving and devoted wife, Mrs. Deborah Dawson of Cordele, Georgia. His loving and devoted children, Miss Avian Dawson of Tifton, Georgia, Mr. Russell Dawson of Austell, Georgia, Mr. Raphael Taylor of Dallas, Texas, Mr. Richard Dawson of Austell, Georgia, Miss Angelique Battle of Perry, Georgia, Miss Assalonia Barrett, Miss Gabrielle Daniels, and Mr. Dino L. Lemons Jr., all of Cordele, Georgia. 2 beloved grandchildren, his loving and devoted mother, Mrs. Mary Marshall, and her husband, Mr. Vince Marshall of Sylvester, Georgia. His loving sisters, Miss Vanessa Green and her husband, Mr. Donnie Green of Jackson, Mississippi. Miss Shamika Hiller of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Miss Carla Dawson of Cordele, Georgia. Miss Connie West of Cordele, Georgia. His beloved brothers, Mr. Curtis Dawson and his wife, Mrs. Kizzy Dawson of Alpharetta, Georgia. Mr. Jonathan Dawson of Covington, Georgia. Mr. Trey Hiller and his wife, Mrs. Tamika Hiller of Grayston, Georgia, Mr. Johnny Dawson and Mr. Steve Dawson, both of Cordele, Georgia. A beloved uncle, Mr. Lester Williams of Ashburn, Georgia. His in-law, Miss Laura Daniels of Warner Robins, Georgia. Miss Kivra Gaston of Cordele, Georgia. And Miss Monica Barrett and her husband, Mr. Leonard Barrett of Perry, Georgia. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive. Mr. Russell Dawson Sr., age 56, of 162 Pearl Street, Cordele, Georgia. Retired educator, Mrs. Joe Ann Jackson Kerr, age 74, of 719 West 15th Avenue, Cordele, Georgia, died Sunday, June 15th, at the Chris Regional Hospital in Cordele, Georgia. The funeral service for retired educator Mrs. Joanne Jackson Kerr, age 74, was held Saturday, June 21st, in the sanctuary of the Beulah Land Baptist Church in Cordele, Georgia. The pastor, Dr. Dwayne Daniels, officiated. The burial followed at the Bethel Cemetery in Cordele, Georgia. Survivors include her loving and devoted children, Mr. Vascoria Q. Jackson and his wife, Mrs. Teresa Jackson of Jacksonville, Florida, Mrs. Natasha R. Hall and her husband, Mr. David Hall of Warner Robins, Georgia, Mrs. Caronda T. Vinson and her husband, Mr. Corresho Vinson of Montgomery, Alabama, Mr. Levitas K. Clark and his wife, Mrs. Kendra Clark of Cordele, Georgia. Her adored grandchildren, her great-grandchildren, her beloved sisters, Mrs. Donna F. Kears of Cocoa Beach, Florida, Miss Martha A. Jackson, and Miss Brenda J. Edwards and her husband, Mr. Walter Edwards of Cordele, Georgia. Her beloved brothers, Mr. William T. Jackson and his wife, Mrs. Donna Jackson of New Orleans, Louisiana, Mr. Kenneth B. Jackson and Mr. Carl A. Jackson and his wife, Mrs. Lula Jackson of Cordele, Georgia. Two beloved sisters-in-law, two brothers-in-law, a host of nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive. Retired educator, Mrs. Joe Ann Jackson Kerr, age 74, of 719 West 15th Avenue, Cordele, Georgia. Mr. Freddie Lee Lewis, age 80, of 6 6393 Northwest 17th Avenue, Miami, Florida. Died Wednesday, May 21st in Miami, Florida. The funeral service for Mr. Freddie Lee Lewis, age 80, was held Saturday, June 21st in the chapel of the Jwwilliams Funeral Home in Cordele, Georgia. The Reverend Wesley Spears Ashton, pastor of the Zion Hope Baptist Church in Americus, Georgia, officiated. Survivors include his loving and devoted companion, Miss Felicia Jackson, his loving and devoted children, Miss Tawana Tucker and her husband, Mr. Norman Tucker, Miss Keisha Burst, and Mr. Freddie Lewis, a host of beloved grandchildren, great-grandchildren, his loving and devoted sisters, Mrs. Carrie Holmes and her husband, Mr. John Holmes, Mrs. Eloise Dean Harden, Mrs. Linda Dean Smart, and Mrs. Fannie Mae Dean Morgan, a host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive Mr. Freddie Lee Lewis, age 80, of 6393 Northwest 17th Avenue, Miami, Florida, formerly of Cordele, Georgia. Again, the family of Mr. Russell Dawson Sr. of Cordele, Georgia, the family of retired educator Mrs. Joanne Jackson Kerr of Cordele, Georgia, the family of Mr. Freddie Lee Lewis of Miami, Florida, and Cordele, Georgia, would like to thank their many friends for all of the many kindnesses shown to them during their hours of sorrow and bereavement during the past week. May God bless each of you is their prayer. The Jwwilliams Funeral Directors serving Cordele and Vienna were in charge of each of these arrangements during the past week. And now, it is certainly with the deepest regret that we make the following announcement. Mr. Abraham Smith Jr., age 62, of 308 Bailey Road, Cobb, Georgia, died Tuesday, June 17, at his residence in Cobb, Georgia. Survivors include his loving and devoted sibling, Chairman Deacon Eddie Brooks Jr. of Cobb, Georgia, Mr. Willie James Brooks and his wife, Mrs. Charmaine Brooks of Columbus, Georgia, Mrs. Gloria Jean Smith Payne and her husband, Mr. John Payne of Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Willie Smith and Miss Easter Hall, his beloved nieces and nephews, Mrs. Teresa Thomas and her husband, Mr. Darren Thomas, Mr. Eddie G. Brooks, Mrs. Angela Green and her husband, Mr. Vincent Green, Deacon Scotty Brooks and his wife, Mrs. Sonia Brooks, Mrs. Mashonda Ford and her husband, Mr. Randy Ford, Mr. Chris Brooks and his wife, Mrs. Cassandra Brooks, Mrs. LaTanya Redmond and her husband, Mr. Archie Redmond, Mr. Eric Burst, and Miss Ruby Jackson and Mr. Jermaine Davis, a host of beloved cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive Mr. Abraham Smith Jr., age 62, of 308 Bailey Road, Cobb, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Abraham Smith Jr., age 62, will be held today, Sunday, June 22nd at 1 p.m. in the sanctuary of the Pleasant Grove Baptist Church in Cobb, Georgia. The Reverend Fred Peavy will officiate. The pastor, Reverend Sterling Vereen, will deliver the eulogy. The burial will follow in the churchyard cemetery. Mr. John Arthur Mays, Jr., age 45, of 234 Mays Road, Smithville, Georgia, died Wednesday, June 18, 2025, in Kansas City, Kansas. Survivors include his beloved and devoted sister, Miss Ladidra Mays, and her fiancé, Mr. Daniel, of Smithville, Georgia. 3 beloved aunts, Mrs. Evelyn Wright and her husband, Deacon Arthur Wright, of Cobb, Georgia. Mrs. Mattie Sue Childs and her husband, Mr. Claude Childs, of Conyers, Georgia. Mrs. Shirlene Ware of Ellenwood, Georgia. 1 beloved uncle, Mr. Horace Noble Mays of Smithville, Georgia. A host of beloved nieces, nephews, cousins, other relatives, and many, many sorrowing friends survive Mr. John Arthur Mays, Jr., of 234 Mays Road, Smithville, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. John Arthur Mays, Jr., age 45, will be announced at a later date, pending the completion of the arrangements. Mr. Easton Lawrence, age 82, of 104 Georgia Highway 27 West, Americus, Georgia, died early this morning, Sunday, June 22nd, 2025, at the Phoebe Sumter Medical Center in Americus, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Easton Lawrence, age 82, at present is incomplete, but will be announced at a later date, pending the completion of the arrangements. The Jwwilliams funeral directors, serving Cordele and Vienna, are in charge of each of these arrangements during this week. Friends, that conclude our funeral notices for this morning. And as always, we do remind each of you concerning our pre-funeral arrangements planning available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home, with packages available with a single pay, a 3-year pay, a 5-year pay, and a 10-year pay. So please stop by and talk with us concerning your pre-funeral arrangements needs available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. And also whole life insurance is available at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home. And now for announcements. The Mount Moriah Baptist Church of Unadilla, Georgia, annual homecoming service will be Sunday, July 6th, with Sunday school at 10 a.m., worship service at 11 a.m. The pastor, Reverend Edward Lester, will deliver the morning message. The homecoming service at 1:30 p.m. with the Green Grove Baptist Church of Elko, Georgia, and Pastor Reverend Darrell McIntosh in charge of the service. Dinner will be served. The annual revival begins Monday, July 7th through Thursday, July 10th at 7 p.m. The following churches will be their nightly guests. Monday, Union Baptist Church and Pastor Reverend David Stanley. Tuesday, Greater Macedonia Baptist Church and Pastor Reverend Eglin Dixon. Wednesday, Linwood Baptist Church and Pastor Reverend Willie Perriman. Thursday, First Fellowship Full Gospel Baptist Church and Pastor Dr. Horace Holloway. Everyone is invited. Deacon Bruce Kendrick, Church Secretary, Deacon Earl Jordan, Chairman of Deacons, and the Reverend Edward Lester is the pastor. The Bay Point CME Church of Byronville, Georgia, annual revival begins Monday, July 28th through Wednesday, July 30th. The following churches will be their nightly guests. Monday, Faith Memorial CME Church, New Bethel CME Church of Pinehurst, Mount Olive Baptist Church, Pleasant Hill Baptist Church, Bethel CME Church of Cordele, Ebenezer CME Church. Everyone, the Reverend Eddie Gant will deliver the message. Tuesday, Byram Chapel CME Church, Mount Zion CME Church, Turkey Creek Baptist Church, Rocky Mount CME Church, Rita Branch Baptist Church, and Unadilla CME Church. The Reverend Andre Mathis will deliver the message. Wednesday, Macedonia Baptist Church, New Bethel Baptist Church of Doolin, Little Creek Baptist Church, Shady Grove CME Church, Halls Chapel CME Church, and Mount Pleasant Travel Rest Church. And the Reverend Louis Burden will deliver the message. Everyone is invited. Sister Elaine Leggett, Secretary, Stewart Lawrence Leggett, Chairman of Stewards, and the Reverend Tangela Osborne, Pastor. The New Poplar Spring Baptist Church of Byronville, Georgia, invites everyone to worship with them today. Sunday school at 9:45 a.m., Wednesday via conference call at 6:30 p.m., morning prayer at 7 p.m., hour of encouragement. For our encouragement, please dial 253-993-3761, 253-993-3761. Pastor, Teacher Johnny Dean, Pastor, New Poplar Spring Baptist Church, Byronville, Georgia. The Sumter County National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, Sumter County Branch, number 5160, annual Freedom Fund Gala will be Saturday, July 21st at 5:30 p.m. at the Sumter County High School, 903 South Georgia Tech Parkway, Americus, Georgia. Mr. Eugene Edge, Jr., Branch President. The new Ebenezer Baptist Church, 722 US 19 Highway, Americus, Georgia, will have installation service for that pastor, the Reverend Willie James Felton, on Sunday, August 3rd at 2 p.m. Everyone is invited to attend. Deacon Jeffrey Hall, Chairman of Deacons, and the Reverend Willie James Felton, Pastor-elect. The Mount Zion First African Baptist Church Annual Mission Day program will be today, Sunday, June 22nd at 2:30 p.m. Sister Ella Perry of the Greater Morris Tabernacle Baptist Church will be the guest speaker. Everyone is invited to attend. Sister Jean O. Burks, President, Deacon Joe Wedges, Chairman of Deacons, Dr. Dan James III, Pastor. The Beulah Land Baptist Church Annual Homecoming Service will be today, Sunday, June 22nd at 2:30 p.m. The Perry Grove Baptist Church and Pastor Reverend David Ham Jr. will be their special guest. The revival service begins Wednesday, June 25th through Friday, June 27th at 7 p.m. nightly. The following will be their nightly guests. Wednesday, Mount Moriah Baptist Church of Hawkinsville, Georgia, and Pastor Reverend Edward Lester. Thursday, Gethsemane Baptist Church and Pastor Reverend Cecil Strawder. Friday, Odom Grove Baptist Church and Pastor Reverend Jeff Wilson. Everyone is invited. Mother Diane Flood, Church Mother, Deacon Willie Smith, Chairman of Deacons, and Dr. Dwayne Daniels, Pastor. The Mount Olive Baptist Church of Warwick, Georgia, will have a program Sunday, June 29th at 3 p.m. The Reverend John McCrae will be the guest speaker. Proceeds will go to the Benevolent Fund. The Mount Olive Baptist Church Annual Men and Women's Day will be Sunday, July 6th at 10 a.m. Everyone is invited to attend. Sister Catherine Buford, reporter. Mother Willie Mae Walker, Church Mother. Deacon Lindbergh Jwwilliams Jr., Chairman of Deacons. Bishop Jerome Milton, Pastor. The Zion Hope Baptist Church of Winona Annual Revival will be Thursday, July 24th at 7 p.m. The New William Grove Baptist Church and Pastor Reverend Akita Lester will be in charge of the service. The revival will climax Sunday, July 27th at 2 p.m. with the Beautiful Zion Baptist Church in charge of the service. Everyone is invited to attend. Mother Elaine Bryant, Church Mother. The Crossroad Baptist Church will celebrate their church and pastor's anniversary. For more information, please contact the chairman, Deacon Jimmy Charles Mumphrey, chairman of the Board of Deacons of the Crossroad Baptist Church. I do not have a complete announcement here. The Voices of Harmony Community Choir of Albany, Georgia, 40th choir anniversary will be Sunday, July 27th at 3 p.m. at the 3rd Karaoke Baptist Church, 521 Carver Street, Albany, Georgia. Everyone is invited to attend. Mrs. Vontressa Allen, business manager, the Reverend Bryant K. Drake, host pastor. The International Bible-Based Fellowship Organization and Association General Assembly 2025 will begin Monday, June 23rd through Friday, June 27th at 7:30 p.m. at Oak Ridge Baptist Church, 17. Honor and the Christian Heirs and Next Level, hosted by Bishop Isaac Lindsay and Miss P. Paulette Thornton. Tickets are $30 in advance, $40 at the door. VIP tickets, $50. Sunday morning, June the 29th at 11 a.m., the Reverend Alan Ray Bolton will be in charge of the service. The door open at 6 p.m. For more information, for registration and tickets, and for the concert, please call 229-255-4758. 229-255-4758. Dr. Antoine Yah, host pastor. The Gethsemane Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them today at 10:30 a.m. Deacon Johnny Wilson, Chairman of Deacons, the Reverend Cecil Strawder, pastor. The North Grove Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday. Sunday school at 9:15 a.m., worship service at 10 a.m. Sister Letha Askew, church clerk and trustee. Deacon Alonzo Jones, Chairman of Deacons, and the Reverend W. Wilson, pastor. The Greater Gum Creek Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them today, Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Mother Norma Solomon, Church Mother. Deacon Zachary Fields, Chairman of Deacons. The Reverend Joseph Hagerbrook is the pastor. The Beautiful Zion Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them today, Sunday at 11 a.m. Mother Donna May Childs, Church Mother. The Reverend Lorinda Ray, pastor. The Zion Hope Baptist Church of Winona invites everyone to worship with them today, Sunday school at 10:30 a.m., worship service at 11:30 a.m. Mother Elaine Bryant, Church Mother, Deacon Xavier Bryant Sr., Chairman of Deacons, and the Reverend Willie James Felton, pastor. The Emmanuel Baptist Church invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday, Sunday school at 10 a.m., worship service at 11:15 a.m., Bible study each Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Mother Willie McGill, Church Mother. Deacon Reverend Gregory Williams is the pastor. The Evergreen Baptist Church of Rochelle, Georgia, invites everyone to worship with them. The Reverend Sean Polite, pastor. The Temple of Praise, Church of God by Faith, 2631 Highway 41 South, Cordele, Georgia, invites everyone to worship with them each Sunday, Sunday school at 10 a.m., morning worship at 11:15 a.m. Everyone is invited. Elder Michael Wyndham is the pastor. You're invited to worship with the Greater Morris Tabernacle Baptist Church today with Sunday school at 9 a.m. with the superintendent, Deacon John Stubbs, and Deacon Donald Talbot in charge. Morning worship at 9:30 a.m. Everyone is invited to worship. Mother Mary Henderson, Church Mother. Deacon Tommy Ford, Chairman of Deacons. Dr. K.M. Williams is the pastor. Friends, that conclude our announcements for this morning, and we pray that you would govern yourselves accordingly. And do remember that I did not have a complete announcement concerning the Crossroad Baptist Church and pastor's anniversary. So please contact the chairman, Deacon Jimmy Charles Mumphrey, for more information concerning the church and pastor's anniversary of the Crossroad Baptist Church. Please govern yourselves accordingly. And now for dedication. Our first selection this morning is dedicated to the following: in loving memory of Mr. Sammy Lofton, who would have celebrated his birthday June 17. Dedication requested by the family, gone but not forgotten. In loving memory, Mrs. Geraldine Clark Johnson, who would have celebrated her birthday June 19, dedication requested by the Johnson family. Precious memory lingers still. In loving memory, Mr. Arlene Neal, who departed this life June 21st, 2019. Dedication requested by his beloved daughter, Miss Gayla Bleach, and the entire family, gone but not forgotten. In loving memory, Miss Martha Ann Solomon, who departed this life June 1st, 2010, and would have celebrated a birthday June 26th. Dedication requested by her beloved children, Mr. Reginald Finn, Mr. Renard Solomon, Mr. Chris Solomon, Miss Michelle Solomon, and the entire family, gone but not forgotten. Our first selection this morning is dedicated to the following. Send out a very special anniversary wish, happy 26th anniversary wish to my sister and brother-in-law, Mr. Jim and Mrs. Patsy Jackson, who celebrated their anniversary Wednesday, June 18th. God bless your union and keep it strong. And also happy birthday to my sister Pat, Sister Patsy Jackson, who's celebrating her birthday actually today, Sunday, June 22nd. Happy birthday, Pat, and many, many more. And happy birthday to Mr. Jim Jackson, who will celebrate his birthday tomorrow, June 23rd. Happy birthday to my sister Pat and her husband, Mr. Jim Jackson, on today and tomorrow. God bless you. Happy 25th anniversary to Mr. James and Miss Gayla Bleach, who celebrated their anniversary Saturday, June 21st. Dedication requested by the Bleach family. God continue to bless your union and keep it strong. Happy anniversary to Mr. Daniel and Mrs. Minnie Jackson, who celebrate their anniversary today, Sunday, June 22nd. Dedication requested by their beloved family. Our first selection this morning is dedicated to the following. In loving memory of the Reverend Frederick Harriel, who departed this life June 22nd, 2008. Dedication requested by the family, gone but not forgotten. Our first selection this morning is dedicated to the following. Happy birthday to Mr. Sammy Epps Jr., who celebrated his birthday Wednesday, June 18th. Dedication requested by his family. Happy birthday to Mrs. Linda Faye Hopper, who celebrated her birthday Wednesday, June 18th. Dedication requested by her husband, Mr. Don Hopper, and her beloved mother, Mrs. Annette Stembridge. Happy birthday, Mrs. Linda Faye Hopper. Happy birthday to little Christian Walker, who celebrated his birthday Thursday, June 19th. Dedication requested by his beloved father, Mr. Leonardo Walker, and family. Happy birthday to Miss Kristen Paul, who celebrated her birthday Thursday, June 19th. Dedication requested by her beloved family. Happy birthday to Bishop George E. Westbrook, who will celebrate his birthday June 23rd. Dedication requested by his beloved wife, Minister Tronda Westbrook, his children, grandchildren, his beloved mother, Mother Martha A. Westbrook, his mother-in-law, Mrs. Mary Jackson, his beloved aunt, Mother Willie Mae Walker, Mother Willie Mae Leary, and the entire family there. Happy birthday, Bishop George E. Westbrook. In loving memory of Mrs. Janice Harden, who would have celebrated her birthday June 24th. Dedication requested by the Patrick and Hardison family. In loving memory of Mrs. Jody Harriel, who departed this life June 26, 2010. Dedication requested by the family. In loving memory of twin Corey and Carrie Jones, who would have celebrated their birthday June 27. Dedication requested by their beloved family, gone but not forgotten. Our first selection this morning is dedicated to the following. Deacon George Jordan and family, Vienna, Georgia. Deacon Jerome Jordan and family. Mr. and Mrs. Willie James Patrick and family, Deaconess Martha A. Cross and family, Mrs. Mabel Card and family, Mrs. Hattie Card and family, Mother Willie Mae Leary and family, Reverend Eddie and Sister Gloria Gant and family, Dr. Bobby and Mrs. Mabel West and family, the Reverend Kenneth and Miss Valerie Tooks and family, the Reverend Johnny and Dr. Denise Hosley and family, Mrs. Mary Frances Davis and family, Mrs. Frances Gardner and family, Mrs. Mattie Peavy and family, Mrs. Betty Paul and family, Mrs. Bobby Ann Paul and family, Mrs. Brenda Alexis and family, Deacon James Gaines and family, Mrs. Minnie Jackson and family, Mr. Danny Jackson and family, Miss Chantel Jones and family, Mrs. Ruby Jones and family, Mrs. Ann Brooks and family, Minister John Holmes and family, Mr. Robert Dunbar and family, Mrs. Melba Bass and family, Mr. Ruby Ray Jr. and family, Mrs. Florine Manning and family, Mrs. Barbara Robinson family, Mr. F.D. Lawton and family, Mrs. Liddy Redding and family, Mr. Rashawn Redding and family, Mrs. Selma Jackson and family, Mrs. Octavia Hutchins and family, Mrs. Rolee Epps and family, Mrs. Betty Epps and family, Mrs. Donna Epps and family, Ms. Val Royal and family, Ms. Lois Reynolds and family, Mrs. Shirley Epps and family, Deacon Joe Ed Clark and family, Deacon Oscar Cooks, Chairman of the Board of Deacons of the Friendship Baptist Church of DeSoto, Georgia, the Reverend Jolie Butts and family, Mother Atline Lofton, Church Mother of the Little Rock Baptist Church of Araby, Georgia, Mrs. Ida B. Waters and family, Mrs. Mattie Mays and family, Deacon George and Mrs. Josephine Lawrence and family, Mr. Willie C. Grantley and family, Mr. Freddie Bembry and family, Mrs. Jackie Leonard and family, Mrs. Juanita Talbot and family, Mr. Kentavious Addy and family, Mrs. Janie Mae Miller and family, Mr. Leroy Rogers and family, Minister Alice Mae McKenzie and family, Mr. John Reese and family, Unadilla, Georgia, Mrs. Burnell Webburn and family, Mrs. Daquita Hunt and family, Mother Evelyn Lewis and family, Mr. Tremail Townsend and family, Mr. Willie B. Robinson and family, Mrs. Carol Carter and family, Mrs. Patsy Carter and family, Vienna, Georgia, Miss Mary Lee Holmes and family, Miss Julius Jordan and family, Mr. Daniel Hosley and family, Mother Julia Turner and family, Mrs. Murtis Evans and family, Mrs. Thelma Williams and family, Miss Sheila Thorpe and family, Miss Mary Lee Holmes and family of Americas, Georgia, Mrs. Pearlie Anderson, retired educator of Dawson, Georgia, Deacon Jake and Mrs. Mary Reese and family of DeSoto, Georgia, Mrs. Jackie Lattimore and family, Mr. Penton Lango and family, Mrs. Erlene Celine and family, Vienna, Georgia, Dr. Mike Denard and family, Miss Mary Hill and family, Mrs. Mary Wakefield Minion and family of Plains, Georgia. Our first selection this morning goes out to the Talbot family, Deacon and Mrs. John Stubbs and family, Deacon Donald Talbot and family, the Reverend Eddie Talbot and family, Dr. Eddie Talbot and family. Our first selection for this morning.
I
It is certainly with the deepest regret that we make the following announcement. Mr. Abraham Smith Jr., age 62, of 308 Bailey Road, Cobb, Georgia, died Tuesday, June 17th at his residence in Cobb, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Abraham Smith Jr., age 62, will be held today, Sunday, June 22nd at 1 p.m. in the sanctuary of the Pleasant Grove Baptist Church in Cobb, Georgia. The Reverend Fred Peavy will officiate. The eulogy will be delivered by the pastor, Reverend Sterling Vereen. The burial will follow in the churchyard cemetery. Mr. John Arthur Mays Jr., age 45, of 234 Mays Road, Smithville, Georgia, died Wednesday, June 18, 2025, in Kansas City, Kansas. The funeral service for Mr. John Arthur Mays Jr., age 45, will be announced at a later date, pending the completion of the arrangement. Mr. Easton Lawrence, age 82, of 104 Georgia Highway 27 West, Americus, Georgia, died early this morning, Sunday, June 22nd, 2025, at the Phoebe Sumter Medical Center in Americus, Georgia. The funeral service for Mr. Easton Lawrence, age 82, at present incomplete, but will be announced at a later date, pending the completion of the arrangements. The Jwwilliams funeral directors serving Cordele and Vienna are in charge of each of these arrangements during this week. Our program this morning is dedicated to the bereaved families whose loved ones were laid to rest during the past week. The family of Mr. Russell Dawson Sr. of Cordele, Georgia. The family of retired educator Mrs. Joanne Jackson Kerr of Cordele, Georgia. The family of Mr. Freddie Lee Lewis of Miami, Florida, and Cordele, Georgia. Our program is dedicated to the bereaved families whose loved ones will be laid to rest during this week. The family of Mr. Abraham Smith Jr. of Cobb, Georgia. The family of Mr. John Arthur Mays Jr. of Smithville, Georgia. The family of Mr. Easton Lawrence of Americus, Georgia. This selection is dedicated to all of the sick and shut-in, to all patients in the local and surrounding hospitals, nursing homes, and rehabilitation centers, to our beloved ministers and their devoted family members, to all retired educators, to the men and women serving in armed forces, both stateside and abroad, to all veterans, and to everyone who listens to our program on each Sunday morning. It's a pleasure for us to bring it to you. Our program goes out in memory of our past president, Dr. Napoleon Williams, to my wife, Mrs. Calandra Wilkerson Parker, to my son, Jai Wilkerson Parker. This selection goes out to my brother, retired Chief Master Sergeant Norman F. Dexter, and his wife, Dr. Gwendolyn Maxine Dexter, and our grandson, Noble. Goes out to my sister, Mrs. Patsy Jackson, again, who's celebrating her birthday on today, June 22nd. Say happy birthday to Pat, and many, many more. To her husband, Mr. Jim Jackson, who will celebrate his birthday on tomorrow, June the 23rd. Happy birthday, Brother Jim, and many, many more. This selection goes out to my nephew, Deacon Kenneth Smith, program chairman of the Greater Morris Tabernacle Baptist Church, and who's with us this morning presenting our program to our Facebook and YouTube channels. So thank you to Deacon Kenneth Smith of the Greater Morris Tabernacle Baptist Church. This selection goes out to our pastor, Dr. K.M. Williams, and to his wife, Sister Kathy Williams, and to their son, the Reverend Christopher Williams, pastor of the Antioch Baptist Church of Cuthbert, Georgia. Our program goes out to retired educator, Sister Ella Perry, who will be the guest speaker again today at the Mount Zion First African Baptist Church. That program today at Mount Zion First African Baptist Church. Our program goes out to her and wish her well on today. This service goes out to our beloved Sister Easter May Sanders. Hope that she's doing fine this morning. Goes out to her daughter, Mrs. Annette Felton, and Brother George Felton and family. This selection goes out to our dear friend and brother of long standing, the Reverend Johnny Dean, pastor of the New Poplar Spring Baptist Church. Our dear friend and brother, Deacon Jimmy Charles Mumphrey, chairman of the Board of Deacons, the Crossroad Baptist Church. That pastor, the Reverend Nelson Maynard, church mother, Mother Eileen Payne, and family. Goes out this morning to Mother Mamie Robinson and family, Deacon Kelvin, Mrs. Rosemary Jones and family, Mrs. Dorita Didell and family, Deacon Lawrence and Sister Gwen Williams and family, Dr. Brandon Williams, Superintendent of the Chris County Board of Education. Our program this morning goes out to each of you. God bless you on this fourth Sunday in June 2025.
Thank you for joining us this morning. We hope you've enjoyed our program. Tune in again on next Sunday morning. Remember, in your time of need, contact the competent, capable, and dependable staff at the Jwwilliams Funeral Home.